You ready to call it quits? I know. I've had enough. You're so lucky. Lucky to be surrounded by teammates who acknowledge you. And once Shido confesses his crimes, you'll all be heroes. As for me, people will find out my past deductions were just charade. My fame and trust will vanish.
I see. So you were turning people psychotic, and solving the cases yourself. And you did that by joining forces with Shido.
In the end, I couldn't be special. Dude, you're more than special.
It pains me to admit, but your wit and strength far exceeds ours. We only defeated you by teaming up. I was honestly envious of your natural ability. It was frustrating to see how much my sister trusted you. I have no intention of forgiving you for what you did to my father. But I sympathize with you. I wholeheartedly understand wanting to get back at the adults who took from you.
But when you gained the power to fulfill that desire, you only used it for your own self-benefit.
If you have the ability to use multiple personas, you probably have the same talents as Joker. But because you went through life alone, the power you awakened was fueled by lies and hate. Still, you thought that was enough, right? That part I totally get.
You excelled at everything over us. Yet that was the one thing you lacked.
All right, let's go back and get that calling card ready. We're gonna take Shido down. What are you gonna do?
It'd be a problem if you kept getting in our way. Want to come along and help us settle things?
You all idiots. You should get rid of me. If you don't want me getting in your way. You all are truly beyond my comprehension. Akechi?
Another one? Wait, is he...
That's Shido's cognitive version of Akechi.
I'll deal with the rest of you later. Captain Shido's orders. He has no need for losers. Well, this just moves the plan up a little. He was going to get rid of you after the election anyway. What? Did you truly believe you'd be spared after all the murders you undertook? Don't tell me. Were you actually feeling good about having someone rely on you for once? Oh, by the way, the captain says it's time you receive retribution for causing the mental shutdowns. The hell, man? That bastard's the one who put him up to it! I see. I was wondering how he'd protect himself if I used my power to tear through his palace. Turns out you're how. So he's making a puppet kill me. Sounds like something he'd do. That's right. I'll do anything. But look at yourself. You're the true puppet. You wanted to be acknowledged, didn't you? To be loved. You've been nothing but a puppet from the very beginning. You little...
So this is how Shido thinks of Goro Akechi? It's too horrible.
It's still not too late. We can change his heart together. Even if he's your father. No, because he's your father.
What's all this nagging about? Want me to take care of you first?
No, he's not alone. He has shadows too.
You know what? I'll let someone volunteer to take his place. Who knows? You might delay his death. Damn you! You guys are all about doing things for others, aren't you?
So I'm gonna do something that might end up me losing the game, but it is probably the reaction I would have do anyways, so I'm gonna do it.
Oh, that's just the same as me. I'm going to take all the blame for our captain. I'll die for him too.
This is what Shido thinks of Akechi-kun, even after making him help with the murders?
Here, I'll give you one last chance. Shoot them. I was such a fool. Yes, that's the you our captain wishes to see. Don't misunderstand. You're the one who's going to disappear!
Alright.
Whoa, what is this?
Akechi! Hurry up and go!
You fool! Are you trying to get yourself killed?
The real fools are you guys. You should have just abandoned me here a long time ago. You would have all perished. If you had tried to face these with me weighing you down.
Akechi-kun!
Let's make a deal, okay? You won't say no, will you?
Why at a time like this?
Change Shido's heart. In my stead. End his crimes. Please!
I promise, leave it to me. I promise. Since the bond between me and Akechi has grown.
I am thou.
Well, at least I got to blood oath with him.
Thou hast turned a vow.
I have no clue if
into
that
a
was the right
weapon.
decisions or not, but
Thy bond shall become the
Yay.
wings of rebellion and break the yoke of thy heart. Thou hast awakened the ultimate secret of justice, granting thee infinite power.
All right. All right.
So, Cardboard, do you know by a chance if there's any way to save Akechi at this point?
So, my final enemy is a puppet version of myself. Not bad.
Akechi-kun! Isn't there some way to get this open, Mona?
His signal is gone. I'm only getting the weaklings.
No. Come on, you guys. We can't let a rotten criminal like Shido do what he wants any longer. We can't. No matter what.
Damn it.
You should get going. Okay. So I haven't totally messed up at this point. Entrust us with an important task after all. Let's go, Joker. Everybody's full health. Or basically everybody. Where are we? Looks like we come out on the side of the deck. We should be able to secure route from here. Well, let's head over and use this letters then. I'm gonna go save. Mostly because I want to save.
You got it.
Of course not. Oh, might as well grab the item over there. It's literally 2 feet away. You're so evil, Mona.
I have something.
Alright. Is that all about? Open sesame.
Hey!
It's time to finally come. Yeah.
What?
The hell is that? It's pretty rockin'. So this is the main assembly hall. Pardon me. Dramas are often used as symbols of election luck. Plus, everything else in here is really odd. This isn't a single person in here. It sounds as though there was quite a crowd within when we heard the voices through the door. But given how it looks, this has to be the root of the distortion. Yes, I'll pick up on the treasure presence as well. There's no doubt this place is where it appears. We've secured our route to the treasure. Should we leave the palace now? Sounds good to me. Alright, it's finally time for us to send this card. Final chapter in our great operation. Let's look forward to go back down from this. Let's get fired up. So, first thing we're doing is we're going to the top of the page, saving, just in case there's conversation dialogue that I need to fix from that fight with the Ketchi.
Do you need something?
Worst case scenario, if I can't get the perfect ending, we might just watch it for the last little bit, but we'll see.
The inmate needs... Let's execute him!
Normal fusion.
Now choose!
Result.
Let us begin
There we
the
go.
search.
That's the one I wanted. Search. Raphael and Lilith. Definitely not doing that. That one I could do.
You okay with this?
Kind of like her, though. What's the other one here? Narcissus and Lilith?
You okay with this?
Don't like that one at all.
You okay with this?
So it looks like it's going to take Lilith regardless. Unless I do this one. Instead, I have to get rid of you. So I've used Lilith for a while here, so I guess I'll do her.
You okay with this? Not terrible, but not in... Select the skills you'd like to learn.
Alright, revive one ally, moderate heal one ally. Miracle Punch is always useful. That one.
It will receive
Go
a
ahead.
great deal of... I see.
Okay.
Narcissus
okay with
and
this?
Anubis.
You okay with this?
Like Legion because of what he does.
You okay with this?
Definitely not doing that one. So, guess I'll do Narcissus and
Not
Anubis.
terrible, but not impressive. Choose the inherited skills, inmate.
It will receive some new power. My.
I don't think I've got that many levels in a single dungeon for a while, so it's definitely interesting. Black Rider, Legion, and Moloch.
You okay with this?
So those two that I just evolved.
You okay with this?
Which are those two? So I have no problem doing that.
Choose the inherited skills, inmate.
I literally just got them, so. That's always useful. That's not. That is. So let's keep those two. And that.
It will receive extraordinary top now for a rebirth.
Okay.
Cure all non-special items for one ally. Going to get rid of that. Alright, where are we now? Black Rider.
Not terrible, but not impressive.
Those two I'd rather not give up.
Not terrible, but not impressive.
Those two I am not giving up. As cool as that would be.
Looks pretty tough. Looks pretty tough.
Back in those wardens.
Looks pretty tough.
Trying to see the ones I haven't
I
evolved.
see. A strong persona.
So
in
those
you.
two could make that. How much would they want?
Looks pretty tough.
You wish for more power than you can
68.
handle.
That was a no. I'll pass for now. I guess that's it for now. Got a little further down that list.
Finished for now. Done already. It is time, inmate.
Oh, man. Alright, and save again. And let's go back to the real world. Your route to treasure, do you want to get out of here? Return to the real world. Not close to everybody else's level in this, but that's alright. So farewell, make sure you don't mess up now. As I get distracted as I'm clicking.
Ah, you're back.
You're finally able to get into the main assembly hall. That means we're ready to send the calling card to. And should we do it? We must consider the method by which we will send it. All those guys cheering for Shido better be ready. We're gonna surprise the shit out of them. I can't wait for this. By the way, where's Makoto? She's in the chat, right? Yes, don't worry. I have been reading it. Is something wrong? You seem anxious. What's on your mind? What's on your mind? Well, it's about Akechi-kun, is it not? That was you're really sad about what happened to him. honestly. Have mixed feelings, but I think he was a victim too. A victim we couldn't save. Had I not met you all, I may have become like him as well. Persona speaking, I can't forgive the guy. But more importantly, I can't forgive Shido for wrapping his mind in goddamn much. I must agree, what Shido did is irresponsible. We must do this. I'm certain we'll be able to pull it off. Let's do this. I'm certain too. It'll be just like always. It'll just be like always. Yes, this is best not get too worked up over this. As for the timing, that is on you, Aramar. Akechi saved us all, and then, I think in his heart, he might not have been so bad. Hey, Aramar, let's succeed on this mission, no matter what. And don't get me wrong, I understand that they're giving personalities to these characters and stuff, but no. I was just planning on failing. Just doesn't, have the same ring to it as, yeah, we're going to try our hardest and, succeed. So, I'm going to probably play around with trying to get, what is it called? My last little bit on both Tsuyoji and Futaba on their personality trees in hopes that that'll help out a lot in the next little bit. And then we might play with a few of the other people that are really low. Like a certain person I have at only level 1. And I really should work on. To the point that I might end up working on her if this doesn't work. In isolation, we might act swiftly. Yes, confidant, that one. That word that I always forget when I want to actually talk about it, and always remember when I don't need to talk about it. You're improving. You won't fail behind. Train again today. Arcade. Join me. Let's hang out. So, nobody thinks they're alive at this point, so I should be careful. Decide later. And can't do any more with you. Besides work on my guts, that is. What else am I gonna do? Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with my original plan. We'll just work on those two first, providing we're allowed to. Otherwise, we will work on the person. I can't remember her name right now. The one that does the gardening. And start working on her confidant, because I don't have her at all. Let's send a calling card. Our mom, Shujiro, need to avenge everyone. Oh wow, she has no interest in doing anything else. Alright, wonder if they're all gonna be like that. One sec. I think you are right. Yes, Haru. Yeah, the one that's in charge of the big corporation now. I still have her at level 1. And I didn't even realize that until that last fight. Yeah, I might be in a sticky situation. You know what? Let's just do the calling card. Oh, actually, crap. One sec. I need to double check that this isn't... I need to just double check to make sure... what is it called? That if I do this, I don't lose those 18 days. Persona 5, 7, done. So that was my fear the last time, well, the first dungeon I ever did. And now I'm just curious if it'll do it again here, if I just automatically leave. Or if everybody's just going to be angry until we do it. The last thing I want to do is lose 18 days of potential time to work on things. Sorry about this, guys. Well, there's no warning about it, so I'm gonna say no. And I imagine if we do it sooner, we'll be able to, everybody will stop being angry. So I'm just gonna do straight up. Not to mention I can always do the confidant stuff on an extra day.
Everyone's here.
This is finally it. Let's hurry up and send the calling card. Yeah, I'm gonna go for it.
Okay.
Once you decide to send this calling card, there will be no going back. Make sure you're fully prepared beforehand, okay? See, that just makes me wonder if it's not. Do you know anything about that cardboard? Do I lose those 18 days if I go do this now? Because I can't find anything on it. Alright. Well, we mainly want to work on a social link, so let's just go for it. Plus, I'm kind of curious to see what happens to this last part. So I'm going to just jump in. Worst case scenario, we'll just have to do better and, you know, New Game Plus. So, there is always that option.
It's finally coming down to this. So, how are we gonna send the calling card?
It would be pointless to send it to the Diet building.
And even if we handed it over to different media sources,
I don't think so either, but
who knows how it would be treated?
I'm always paranoid at these points of the game, especially when it goes, make sure you do this correctly. And it's like, ah.
The worst case scenario would be giving it to the police under the table.
Mm-hmm.
What shall we do then?
Send it to the diary. Let's ask Nejisam. I wonder. I'm going to type I wonder because I already know the answer. She's going to put it up on all the TVs in town.
Futaba-chan?
I love her laugh.
My Futaba cannon is ready.
Huh?
It's good to go. Look. Now, if I do this.
When did you make this?
You should have told us you were planning something.
To trick your enemies, you first gotta trick your allies.
How stylish.
It's kick-ass! This should work nicely.
All right, it's time for people to start coming to their senses.
Oh man, I'm stoked for this. Please be an animation. Yes!
Since the young man suspected to be the leader of the Phantom Thieves died while in custody, the police have officially announced that these crimes have come to an end and assure everyone that the peace will be restored when it's What is up, everybody? We are the ones who you all know as the Phantom Thieves.
Oh, great music too.
But those shitty guys in power, they've been manipulating information to try and hide the truth.
What is this? Where's it coming from? I don't know. We can't switch it out. Seems we aren't the only ones affected either.
So, before we appropriate our next target, we would like to first borrow your time.
The recent scandals of public figures, the accidents caused by psychotic breakdowns and mental shutdowns, these weren't caused by unknown reasons.
One man is behind every single instance, simply to satiate his own greed.
That man was afraid his crimes would be exposed and shifted the blame on us. He even manipulated the police for that.
We only steal the hearts of criminals. This asshole tried to dump what he did on us. That just shows he doesn't care about those victims at all.
Shut everything down!
The identity of that cowardly man is...
The hell's getting good?
Ooh. The police reacted much faster than I thought. I win!
The man behind it all is a current cabinet member involved
Our very own little Batman.
in the Minister of State for Special Missions, Messiah Shishido.
Everything that man says is a lie. Real guys. Look, as you can see, all of us are alive and kicking. I'm sure the people investigating us can tell if this is a lie or not. Shido himself will soon confess all the crimes.
You think it's some kind of prank?
No way. Could this be
Oh, the chaos that'd be caused by this.
You're not gonna sit back and watch some crook wreck this country just because of his goddamn ego. Ain't that right, leader?
Hey, you can see his face!
Yes. Before that happens, we will take this country.
Hello? Yes. We're looking into it now. Please, if you would so kindly. Very well.
Crush him beneath my heel.
And the worst part is he's already killed his ace in the hole. At least one of them. They cut the power.
Did the remaining members put that notice out? What did they mean when they said nobody has died? Could they have installed a new leader just to threaten us and Shido?
We're going to check with the different departments. Excuse me. Yes?
What? How can that be?
The Phantom Thief's corpse seems to be missing from the morgue.
Didn't your men check the death certificate and carrier documents?
Yes, but
Give me a straight answer.
Perhaps this Phantom Thief tricked us with his bizarre powers. Maybe he just made us think he had died.
Who made those documents? Who was there at the scene of the suicide?
Find a way to stop a change of heart. Don't we have Wakaba Ishiki's research materials? And what about Akechi? Where did that useless brat go? He must have run away knowing he failed. Bring him here when you find him. Got that?
He's inside you.
I'll erase any who gets in my way, just as I've always done.
It's kind of cool we still haven't seen what he looks like yet. You get like a sense of this. He kind of looks like the general from the Hulk, though. Or at least that's who it reminds me of in that image.
Where is the Phantom Thief's body?
Phantom Thief? Body?
This isn't the time for games.
I really don't know what you're speaking of. Oh, but that reminds me. I received a calling card from the Phantom Thieves. But everything from then on is a blur. No. Could I have done something wrong? Then
Hey!
Did the Phantom Thieves get to her?
Don't tell me. Was your heart... Could this be true, Nijima?
what have I done?
The Phantom Thief. He's alive!
Even so, how did he escape from the station?
It doesn't matter. We must catch him. We can't let this get out. Not only was the suicide announcement false, but he got away on top of that. We'll have to interrogate you as a key witness.
Why me?
Check the documents you created. You may remember something once you look at them, but even if you can't recall, all responsibility for his escape rests squarely on your shoulders.
I'm sorry, I honestly don't know what's going on here.
You're the last person to talk to that Phantom Thief. You have to clean up your boss's mess. If you're going to resent someone, resent your dead director.
Is illness really what killed him? Do you think his death was truly due to illness?
That doesn't matter. Your actions have made a mockery of the police force. You're going to pay for this, I promise.
It's all up to you now, everyone.
I love her smile. I know exactly what's going on.
Police officials are said to be currently reviewing the facts of the Phantom Thieves' notice, and...
Welcome. Search the place.
You're Sojiro Sakura, yes?
Who the hell are you?
Where are the Phantom Thieves?
Oh, you mean those guys they've been talking about on TV?
Don't play dumb with me.
This is obstruction of business, you know.
We've investigated this thoroughly.
Is this the only way you do things? They're not upstairs.
Where are the Phantom Thieves?
If you're not a customer, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
He's an accomplice. Take him away.
Don't get all cocky. You're just some useless criminal's lapdog. Justice isn't on your side.
This could be problematic because I didn't get all those contacts up to max.
The notice put forth by the so-called Phantom Thieves is absolutely groundless. It is nothing more than a wicked terrorist act aimed at obstructing the elections.
That's a huge leap to terrorist attack. I mean, I guess if it makes everybody afraid, it's technically a terrorist attack. But it wasn't really directed towards anybody else but him.
What we need now is a powerful, unyielding leader. I am willing to risk my life to fight them.
Oh, which one is right? Shido or the Phantom Thieves?
I hear what Shido-san is saying, but is it true?
I speak now to those who call themselves Phantom Thieves. Your actions are gravely serious crimes. You are rebelling against the laws of this country. and unnecessarily causing alarm among its citizens. I call on you to surrender yourselves at once and apologize to the people of this proud nation.
The Phantom Thieves cut into a live broadcast signal, didn't they?
But don't you think that Shido looks like a criminal too?
Oh, I don't know what to believe anymore.
I hope they catch them soon.
That bastard Shido's trying to act all calm, but he's probably freaking out on the inside.
Apologize? Quite the funny joke.
Who is the real criminal here? A lot of people are gathered here.
Our calling card has had a tremendous effect.
I'm real proud of that.
Should be.
All they're doing is making noise, though.
Seriously, they should just go home and sleep. Even after what happened, not many people want to see Shido have a change of heart. What we're about to do is just... right?
It is.
That's right. Have we ever acted outside of the scope of justice? You have a point. Hey, look over there.
To think he'd actually go after Masayoshi Shido. Youth is incredible. This has me excited as well. That boy really keeps the news rolling in.
She doesn't notice we're here, right? That keen journalist nose is a force to be reckoned with. Whoa, why's Mishima here? Man, that kid's impressive.
The Phantom Thieves are just. I guarantee it. Now that's what I like to hear.
There may not be many of them, but we have to cherish our fans. Let's go change Shido's heart.
If only I were 20 years younger.
Yeah, no, I've made that comment a few times last week. Or not last week, the week before. It definitely reminds me of Death Note. Which is not a bad thing. I quite enjoyed Death Note. And anything it reminds me of it this much is doing a pretty good job of telling a story. But... Entertainment Hall? No. There it is. Central Passage. And thanks again for looking that up, Cardboard. Like I was saying before, I get way too paranoid about things like that. On that note, did you ever watch the Japanese live actions of that? They weren't great, but they were at least entertaining. Yeah, I thought it would be that.
Shido!
Where did you lowlights obtain that power? Not that it matters. If you have a complaint, I'm willing to listen.
What did you do to Akechi? He was your own son.
I had a feeling it was something like that. He reminded me too much of that woman. I also have an idea as to why he approached me. He was hoping to trap me, was he not? He was sharp, but in the end he was just a kid.
I controlled him merely by offering praise. I intended to dispose of him as soon as I became Prime Minister.
What?
I could never keep someone with such intimate knowledge of my past alive. What an ace detective. He was standing beside me all this time, yet couldn't see through my plans. His destroying himself saved me quite a bit of effort, though.
How could you? You stole my mom's research and took her life!
Everything you've done has been for your own selfish gains. You even killed my father. I will never forgive you.
Sacrifices are inevitable in the path of reform.
I didn't even know there was a musical of it.
I only require that the foolish entrust themselves to their superiors. I shall guide them.
The hell makes you think you're so much better than everyone else?
You never would have been able to make it this far without Akechi's help!
He only appeared because of the expectations God held for me. Moreover, it was thanks to me that Akechi was able to properly use his power to begin with. The changing of hearts that you've been doing was nothing more than provoking the public.
How selfish! You were unable to win by honest means, so you used foul tricks to ascend the political ladder.
A cruel person like you has no right to stand leading the citizens of this country. You're nothing but a criminal who rose above others by climbing a staircase of sin.
The life of a nation, as opposed to those of a few sacrifices. There can be no comparison. The ignorant masses only care about their own personal happiness. I am merely granting that for them. That is the social reform that only I, as the one chosen by God, can enact.
I can't believe you look down on everyone else so harshly.
I'd never accept a leader who makes a teenager murder people! You say it's for the country, but I bet it's all for yourself. Nobody would wish for something like that!
Nobody? Then why was I chosen?